Hola comunidad C12, ¿cómo están? Estamos aquí en este espacio, el Hub 2025, este lugar donde evidenciamos las caras y los actores clave del ecosistema de logística global. Y fíjense nada más a quién tenemos aquí. Ella es vicepresidente senior de Relaciones Industriales e Iniciativas Estratégicas de Manifest. Está con nosotros Katie Date. Bienvenida, Katie. Katie, welcome. We are so happy to have you here.
Gracias. I'm so happy to be here with your community in this beautiful, a little bit humid, but beautiful place in Riviera Maya. It's such a privilege to have the opportunity to be here with your amazing, dynamic community.
No, thank you, Katie. We really feel honored to have you here being part. So, Katie, please share with us, during your time at Manifest, you've played a key role in connecting shippers, innovation, tech, and also strategic content. What emerging trends have you seen gain the most traction during these years, and how do you think they'll shape the future of the supply chain?
Yeah, absolutely. So I feel so fortunate to be in the role that I'm in and really sit in this place where I get to hear from so many people about the emerging trends. One of the biggest things that I've noticed as of late is a shift for people from a very reactive supply chain to a very proactive supply chain. And I think, you know, we all learned during the pandemic that maybe our supply chains weren't quite as strong as we thought they were. And now with all of the geopolitical tensions, we've really seen companies start to really rely on predictive analytics and, you know, rely on that real-time visibility to see what's going on in their supply chains. And I really think, you know, we're better for it.
Yeah.
Another thing that I've seen is a real localization of the supply chain, which is certainly a topic here at C12, but also, you know, has been a topic at Manifest, as well as, you know, will be a continued topic. With the relocalization of the supply chains, we're seeing more nearshoring, we're seeing more people and companies look at really localizing their supplier base, and that's bringing about increased risk management, increased flexibility, and also the ability for their supply chains to be more resilient. The third trend that I'm really seeing, and this is one of my favorites, is a shift in sustainability. So sustainability used to be this like nice to have marketing almost technique. And now sustainability is real, it's data driven. You see companies making decisions based on being able to do more efficient vehicle routing, reduce waste, do route planning, and we're really seeing that shift again, back to the data, back to AI, with the strengthening of the supply chain. The last is collaboration, and I've seen it on display here at C12. It's something that we really focus on at Manifest. And I really think, we'll talk more about collaboration, but I really think it's the future of strengthening supply chains.
Yeah, of course. And I think if these are the kind of topics that are being shared at Manifest in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
They sound so exciting. Manifest sounds so exciting. Please, at the end of the interview, let us know the dates and where it's going to be celebrated. Okay, so you do have extensive experience bridging industry, academy, and research. What are the most common barriers to that collaboration? And also, and more important, how can we foster a more integrated value-creating ecosystem?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what it really comes down to in supply chain and the ability to collaborate is meeting your partner where they're at. So whether it's your supplier, whether it's the technology solutions provider that's coming in, or it's your colleague, you know, that works in finance, you really need to know how to speak their language, to meet them where they're at, and be able to give and take. I've seen so many situations where people go in and they're like, I'm going to negotiate. We talked about it this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
In the masterclass. I'm going to negotiate so strong. And then they end up, you know, ruining the relationship. And so I think if people take a step back, and this is something, you know, certainly I've learned over my years in academia and in the business world, if you take a step back and meet that person where they're at, the negotiations, the collaboration at work, it's going to be so much easier.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Katie. So my last question is, you've led significant diversity and inclusion initiatives in a historically male-dominated sector. We know that, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, what are the biggest challenges to advancing DEI in supply chain? And which strategies can you share that have proven the most effective, in overcoming them?
Yeah, absolutely. So the number one thing is supply chain isn't different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are a lot of male-dominated industries, but in supply chain, there's this perception that I've heard both from former students as well as other people that are maybe in an MBA program, that supply chain is dirty. Like supply chain is this like industrial, and that's so far from the truth. Like the supply chain of today is data driven. It's sexy, dare I say?
Yeah,
like it's in the news.
Yeah.
Like supply chain is a place where you can take your talents, particularly as a woman. And that's, why I founded the Women in Supply Chain Initiative in 2017. So things like collaboration, things like being able to, balance multiple things at the same time and multitask. Those are things that are assets.
Exactly.
In the supply chain.
Yeah.
So I think the more that we can change that perception and really like take that conversation to the next level, I think we'll attract more people to supply chain. And it's something that we've done at Manifest.
Yeah.
So studies have shown that one of the primary reasons that women leave the supply chain is lack of mentorship. And, the old phrase, like, if you can't be it or you can't see it, you can't be it, right? So we try to put, more women in positions of visibility because they are leaders and they should be on stage and be talking about the achievements that they've had within the supply chain.
Yeah.
So, by putting more women in that position so you can see them, it inspires more women of the next generation.
Yeah.
The next thing that we did this last year at Manifest is we did a very intentional mentorship program.
Okay.
And I got the opportunity to talk more about my mentorship framework that I developed while I was at MIT. But it's something that you can take to any organization. You just have to be intentional about the mentorship. And when you're intentional and you put focus on it, it helps to, from a top-down approach, really bring more power to that relationship. And it helps more women to, and minorities to have the opportunity to be in supply chain and see themselves in positions of leadership.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, Katie Dates, a powerful woman. Yeah, you are a powerful woman in the logistics ecosystem, a great leader, empathic, trailblazer. We feel really honored to have you here and have you sharing here with C12 community with us. So thank you so much. I hope we see you again next year.
Yeah.
And I hope we go to Manifest with you in Vegas.
Yes, I hope so too. I look forward to seeing you all in February of 2026.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Gracias, comunidad. Katie Dates.
In C12, we move the world.